Okay guys, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do a run through of rotations. Okay, so this is just a question we made up there for the purpose of this demonstration. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start as normal. So the idea is we just draw what we're given. Okay, so this is the given question. We have our elevation, we have our end elevation, and we need to produce a plan looking at the rotated image of this. Okay, so we're going to rotate this sign from OP. O is like the hinge point. Okay, so we're going to rotate this up and we're going to see what it looks like when it's at P1. Okay, and this angle here is 45 degrees. That angle is always given to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to locate the plan first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop all our lines from our elevation down. Okay, so I'm going to do the two outer lines first. And now I have roughly the area where my plan goes. Okay, so from P then we're going to use a 45 degree set square, and we know that O is going to be the top, so this line here is O. Okay, so we're going to bring this OP line down where it crosses the edge of my first line which I brought down. I'm now bringing it across perpendicular to these two lines, and that gives me this section of my drawing now. Okay, now I need to find the bottom here, but before we start into that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to label each of the corners of the outline. Okay, so I'm going to start with A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, so if we have a look, I have found A. We've also found B, haven't we? Which is here. Okay, so what we want to find next is E and D. Okay, so if I extend those lines across, it's where P is located. I'm going to take my compass then. The pin of my compass goes on O because it's the hinge. I'm going to bring it down to P. Okay, so the tip of my pencil touches P, and I'm going to rotate that up. Okay, rotate that up to hit P1 O. Where that hits, that has now given me the line of ED. Okay, so I'm just going to put a mark on that. I'm going to call that ED. Okay, so what I can do now is I can drop that down to hit my XY line. So it's important that we bring these lines down to hit the XY line, and then we use our 45 degree set square to transfer them down into our plan. Bring that across, and now what I can do is I can bring down E and D, and I can find those straight away now. Okay, so I'm going to bring E down. I'm also going to bring D down. Okay, so I can trace my points around now. So you know ED is here. Bring E down, where E crosses that line. That now gives me the new position of E in the plan, and D as well. Okay, so now what I need to find is F and C. Okay, so again, using my T-square, I'm going to bring these 2 points across to hit OP. That's the original position. Now I'm going to rotate them into their new position. Okay, so rotate them into their new position here. And again, just to have a good habit here, we're going to call that F and C. So F and C. Okay, and we're going to drop this down, bring this line down, hit our XY, and from our XY line then, what we're going to do is 45 degrees down into our plan, and we're going to extend that across. So we now have point C and point F. Okay, so what I can do at this stage now is I can come along and I can darken in, I can join up all my lines for the outline anyway, at least. So it just becomes like a game of join the dots then once we have all our points. Okay, so now we have the new rotated view of the sign. Okay, we have the outline found. What we need to do now is we need to step in now and we need to move the triangle or the symbol that is presented in the middle, okay? And I'm just going to label these with numbers, okay? And I'm going to label it as 1, 2 and 3, okay? And what I'll do is I'll use the orange pen just to bring these ones across, just to show a difference. So again, I'm going to move it from its original position. From here, I'm going to bring 1 across to hit OP. From that then, I'm going to rotate number 1 up to hit P1. That there now gives me the point at 1. I can drop that down to my XY line. And then project it into my plan. And then bring it across my plan. So now I know that point 1 is located somewhere in that line. So if I drop or project my line down from 1 where that crosses that gives me the new position of 1. Okay, so now I have 2 and 3. So we're lucky enough that these all line up, so we only have to bring 1 line across till it hits OP. Okay, so we bring it across. If you want, you can put some arrows in there just to represent where they go. Okay, and then what I can do is extend my compass to this and rotate that up to hit P1. And that now has given me the location, not location, but the line of 2 and 3. Okay, so let's rotate it up. From here, drop it down. Okay, to hit your XY. Again, we're going to bring that down into our plan. Okay, so again, we're bringing it down. These little arrows just indicate where we go with the line. And then once it hits the side of our plan, extend that right across, because we're going to use it in 2 locations. Okay, so I'll just mark another arrow there. Now I need to bring 3. I need to locate 3, so I'm going to drop 3 down. Bring 3 down. Where that crosses that line now, that has now given me, okay, that's now given me the position of point 3. Now I need to find point 2. Drop point 2 down. Again, same thing. Arrows there just to represent where they're going. And that there where it crosses line 2, 3 gives me point 2. Okay, and just now to finish off my drawing, what I can do is, by counting, join the dots, join 1 to 2. Okay, I can go 2 to 3, and then we know that 3 joins back to 1 as well. Get that focus. Okay, so I can join now 1 back to 3, or 3 back to 1. Now I have a completed drawing of, I have a completed plan of my rotated view. Okay. Okay, so just a few key points to remember is, what I just did there was just coloured it in there. So all our points are brought over to OP, and from OP then they're rotated by putting the pin of your compass on O and extending it to where your point is and rotating it with your compass up to the new position. From that then, they're dropped down to hit your XY line and then brought down at a 45-degree angle and brought across into your plan. Okay, and then all we do is, for example, to find 1, bring 1 across, rotate it up, bring it down, and bring it down into your plan and trace it back around so where they cross each other or they intersect, that then gives us the position of 1. Okay, we do that no matter how many points are in here. We trace all our points across, over and down. Okay, so it's important that we label them and that we keep it clear. Alright, so we're clear on what we're doing, otherwise it can get quite jumbled. So that's rotations. Okay, so if you need to watch this back or pause it at any stage, this will give you a good help with the actual question, okay?